Larry Buiglishvili, where have you been? From Georgia, right? You've been absent for a long time. Says, hi Mehran, good to see you again. Male 24 from Georgia. There we go. Country, not the US state. Yes, I know. I remember you. What are your thoughts about the red pill community and their idea of female nature? I really don't know what the heck they're talking about. Really, like, I don't mean that I agree or disagree. I'm just saying I really haven't watched or listened, don't know what they're talking about. So I have no opinion. You be the judge. You figure out. I haven't followed what they say. I've heard here and there something. Some people did mention it, but I'm not sure. I think they're talking about things that is not complimentary to women, or it's, I don't know, it's just focusing on men should do. I really don't know, so I don't want to judge something that I don't know. If I came across them to know what they're talking about, then I can have an opinion. But what is it that you think that they should or should not be saying, or they're right or wrong? Larry says, was traveling a lot. I see basic idea is that women don't care. Women are not loyal anymore. We need to accept that and just have fun with them and then move on. I see. Is that what Red Pill says? Well, without being disrespectful to anyone, particularly women, because I frown upon being disrespectful to women, especially to women, to anybody, especially to women. But I want to get a point across. What you just said is like saying you see a certain horse behaving a certain way, then all horses have the same intelligence or same level of capabilities, learning abilities, sensing, loyalty, responsibility, helpfulness. But it's not the same, is it? Could have 1,000 horses and every one of them have certain specialty. Some less, some more. Some are great in their size, some for jumping, some for racing, some for pulling weights, and some for work, and some for beauty, some for, there are all kinds. You can't just say because they're all horses, then they're all just according to the experience that you had with them. That doesn't explain what this species, what that horse as a species is. It just tells you the limited information you have of the experiences you've had with horses, training with them, living with them, working with them, interacting with them. Just because one horse maybe bucks you out, doesn't all horses are violent or unappreciative or lack of familiarity or kindness, loyalty, protecting you and all that. No. So the fact that they say women are not loyal anymore, first of all, this loyalty goes both ways. Both men and women should choose to be loyal to each other if they are in a relationship. It's not fair to expect the women are not loyal anymore. Are men really loyal? Have they ever been? Have we ever been? The way we've been put together in our genes as a heterosexual male, that we just always seek in female. That program is in our genes for procreation, and we've been just, our antennas go up as soon as we have a female passing by in 5 blocks away from here. So is that called being loyal to a woman that you're in relationship with? No, but that's how we are put together, right? And we have learned to curtail that interest and become more, so to speak, civilized I don't mean if you're in the caveman time, that's how it was. But I'm just saying that we have tailored our behavior toward the new era's expectations of a relationship between man and woman. But do you think have men been loyal to women all through the history? No, never. It's all been about power. That they get a woman, do whatever they want to do with her, get other wives too. And the female didn't have power to stand up for her. She was forced to be loyal out of necessity, that she had to eat. She couldn't necessarily go work without, I don't know, permission of her father or husband. So it was always unfair to women. And men traditionally seldom, if ever, been loyal to their female. Now that we see the actuality of women's nature as it is natural for man as well, they have been disloyal to each other, not because they want to diss each other or be disloyal or unfaithful, because that's how they're put together. They're looking for living their own life. Most important person in the life is what? Is you, themselves. Every man and every woman thinks that same way. But in the old times, women did not have a chance to take care of themselves, put themselves first. They always had to be subordinate and loyal to some man, because they would either get beaten or killed or taken advantage to if they just missed a step. Therefore, historically, men learned or became conditioned to think that that's the nature of women, to be loyal and obedient and all that. No, it was forced upon them. Now that they are having an atmosphere where they can be their own self, live their own life, make decisions for themselves, and if they don't like something, change their mind and leave that relationship, we call them disloyal. If they have a reason, their reason wouldn't be any more than the man's reason that wants to take care of himself and leave if he's not happy in a relationship. But if a woman does, suddenly she's get a bad name. She's get a bad name. Why? Because that's something that men always done, and something that women never had the chance to do as easily and as often as men did in the past. So it's about the reputation and the changes between how it was and what it is now. What it is now and how it was then. That's what the shock is. Not the fact that the woman also wants to take care of herself just the way that the men have. But all that is nonsense. Why? Because all that what is being said about women, because no woman is crazy or crazier than a man is. A decent woman is not behaving erratically just because she has a good relationship, everything is good, but she wants to break it. She's not crazy. They change because they're not happy, and they're not happy because they haven't bond on conscious level with the two couple together. And that is the reason that they want to leave. And what's wrong with that? If they're not really hitting it off, and they've tried and tried and tried again, still they have conflicts and division, they can't get the relationship working, and suddenly if she decides to go, she's a whore. But if he decides to go, well, he couldn't take it anymore because she was a whore. So it is always something wrong with her. I'm not saying that all women are angels. We know assholes out there as many as there are men assholes. But we're talking about logic of it. It is not that every woman is irresponsible and simply wants to be disloyal or selfish. If she has a good life and a good rapport and things are working out between them, she wants that relationship as much as the guy wants it. And she wants to stick with that relationship as much as the guy wants it. But if it's not working for the guy says, oh, I can't take it anymore, eventually leaves, right? And the same thing for her. If she does that, what you're saying, being disloyal, is because somehow things are not working out one way or another, whether it's right or wrong, but that's her right to take care of herself, and it's not working for her. And for the same reason as the guy would have left, she wants to leave the relationship. So that's not because she's disloyal. It's the same for both. But men have been doing it for a long time, and now we're just focused on women because we expect them to be subordinate, submissive, abide by certain things that we've been conditioned to think that's how women should be. And of course, I don't disagree that a woman who's got everything going and has got a good boyfriend or good husband, and she still wants to be a sparrow from one branch to another, well, that's simply an asshole, as many of men are in the same category. So, let's be fair. I think I've said enough. Larry